what's up? I'm Ben Rusler. We're here, beautiful Daytona Beach. We got a nice sea breeze going on. I'm 20 years old. This is my 4th year with Infinity Percussion. I wanted to talk about our approach and how we strike the drum as Infinity Percussion and what sound we like to create. If I were to sum up our approach in one word, it would be hit the drum. We go for an articulate stroke.
Kids in the shot.
Kids in the shot.
That's perfect.
Just about, I'd say every time we as a bassline line up and we play the first thing we play in a day, it's usually our split to fluidity, and it starts with full out 60 notes for 2 bars. And we get cut off, I'd say, just about every time by our bass tech John Rivera. And every time he'll come up and say, "That's good, but now we need to hit the drum." And sometimes I feel like we actually are hitting the drum, but it's just a psychological, you constantly need to think about how you're playing the drum and focused on, uniformity of approach. And I like the way that John will constantly remind us, all right, we need to have the same approach every time. And yeah, I love it. In all his other videos, all my boys are, giving me the business, making me sound like that guy. I've got everything under control. No day shenanigans, let's ride. 1, 2, 3, in fact, our second bass, Mr. I'm a really good architect, was in a school accident. He cut half his thumb off, essentially. He had to get surgery. And he can't hang with the boys tonight. That's why I'm here. I'm bass 4. I split whenever he gets tired, except when he can't. So I split the entire show. That's the gig. You know what? The beach is looking pretty good. Let's go to the beach. My advice for anybody that, is a young, aspiring percussionist that wants to, get familiar with the marching arts and, drum corps and WGI, all that, is that go get experience. Go do something. If you want something, there will be a place for you in an ensemble, whether it be local or, whatever. If you want it to work, it can work. I started out and I was 15 years old. I started playing cymbals at Timber Creek Independent, which was a world-class group back then. And I auditioned on snare drum. And, just like, I don't know, I had no idea what I was doing. I just wanted to get the experience. I've seen shows and I really liked what was going on. I wanted to do it. And, I got cut from snare and they said, "Hey, you want to play cymbals?" And I was like, yeah. That was my first time I'd ever, signed a contract or done any of that. I was 15 years old. And I went through that season, no idea. I was lost. And, as days go on, you realize, what you need to work on and what needs to get better. And you listen, you open your ears to everybody else or all the staff making, I'm sitting there on cymbals and I'm listening to the bass tech give bass comments to the bass line, and the snare tech come over and say something about what the snares are playing. And it's not really applicable to cymbals at all, but it's what I wanted to do in the future, so I listened. And accumulating advice from anywhere around you can benefit you a whole lot in the long run. And I'm really close to aging out, of the indoor activity. I've got 2 more summers left. And I'm very, very happy with where I ended up. All it takes is, keep pushing. If you have the fire lit in you, don't put it out. Keep feeding the fire, and you will be successful one day.